Hello and welcome to another Jet Vlog. This one is Jet Vlog number 18, Juhach, or Juhachi. So today is, what's today? Thursday, Mokuyobi. And I just got home from school a little while ago. I'm watching some sumo, my favorite thing to do. But I've been getting a lot of comments on this video I posted yesterday or the day before, my stealth visit to a grocery store. And first, I want to say thank you to all the people who are supporting and saying nice things and understand and get the point. To the one person that's garnering most of the flaming, I guess, for lack of a better word, I understand what you're saying, and I welcome all comments on my videos as long as they're not hateful or full of vulgarity, because that's not really what what this series of videos anyway is all about. But that prompted me to make this vlog, and I'm going to discuss kind of when you're here the role that you will play in your community, in your school, and moreover, the line you have to draw between being yourself, for lack of a better way to describe it, and conforming to what people around you will want you to do. So first up, the word sensei in Japanese does carry with it a weight. Now, I'm not trying to inflate my own ego or the prestige of what we as ALTs do, but it's true that, sensei, there's a certain amount of respect that's given with that term. And often I'm not even called sensei because I'm not seen as a real teacher. And there's some truth to that. But many people do call me Jason Sensei. And, the other professions in Japan, if you think about it, like a doctor, they're called sensei, professors, teachers. They're honorable positions. So I've heard many stories from Jets, one famous one is, at a very rural, on a very rural road, an ALT and one of his teachers are standing, and, there's no cars coming either way for miles, but the light is red, and the ALT is like, well, look, there's no cars coming, let's just cross. And the Japanese teacher is, no, we must wait, because somebody could see us, and that would be setting a bad example. And, that's probably an exaggerated scenario, but there's some truth to it. You will be treated with respect, mostly, and you will be treated oftentimes like a celebrity, whether you want that or not. Some people find it very invasive and very prying. Every time you go to the grocery store, people talk, ooh, he bought, bananas, blah, blah, or something. Some of it's silly. If you're a guy and you go to the grocery store with a girl or vice versa, and you buy breakfast foods, the people are going to be, oh, why are they buying breakfast foods? Is she staying over? Blah, blah. Some of it can be very small town life, but that's a whole different subject for another vlog. How you accept your role here will influence, how you're perceived and whether you decide to stay. I kind of straddle the line. I'm not necessarily a real teacher, and I've come to accept that. So I can be more of a friend to the kids, in my opinion, and a little less of an authority figure, because it's not my job to discipline the students or to be that authority figure. At the same time, if I'm up in front of the class, I want respect. I want them to be attentive and quiet, etc. And if I'm out in the community, people bowing to you, I think it's weird for us as Westerners, because when somebody bows to you, it just feels like there's a certain weight to that, We're just not used to it. And it's just so common here that it's not as filled with import as we maybe would confer upon it. But I don't know if this is making sense. I'm rambling a bit. But I take my role as a teacher. I don't consider myself a role model, but at the same time, I take it seriously. I try to be professional. And I think that's basically the bottom line of what I'm trying to say. Was my going to the grocery store and, filming and stuff not professional? Well, it's me having fun, doing something kind of goofy. I'm very good friends with all the staff there. I've been going and shopping at that place for 4 years. I don't think they would have a problem with what I did. Um, but I do try to, hold myself up to, some kind of standard where I feel like my kids would be proud of what I'm doing. Um, it extends to all realms. I used to, for instance, you know how much I love Coke, right? And I used to, when I very first got here, I would take my cold Coke in with me during school lunchtime, especially like at Shogako, and drink it in front of the students. And nobody said anything. But finally, I did that one time at my junior high school, and the teacher that I was with was like, Jason, don't do that again. The kids can only have milk. Don't drink soda right in front of them, you know. And I was like, oh, okay. It really hadn't occurred to me. And now I get it, And so there are times, when, I try to, pull back a little bit and conform to the norm. The other thing I wanted to mention in this vlog is, if you're not American, if you're from Australia or the UK or even Canada perhaps, there'll be times when you will be asked to teach English, teach American English. If you write on the board color with a U or favorite with a U, some JTEs I've heard will say, oh, that's wrong. Can you fix it? And you'll be like, it's not wrong. That's how you spell color, But by and large, the English taught here is American English. The English that you hear on all the guide CDs that they will play in class when you are not there are by and large American accents. And you just have to find it within yourself to understand that they're not insulting you or your British heritage or your Australian heritage or something. It's just the test is geared toward one type of English. That's what they want taught. And if you don't speak with, obviously you won't have an American accent if you're not from America. You have to decide how much, you want to say, look, this is the way I talk. Lots of people talk like me. This is English too. And you'll have to decide for yourself how you go about dealing with that. It'll be more difficult if your predecessor was an American. If your predecessor was from a different country, South Africa, New Zealand, Ireland, wherever, then it will probably be easier. Just as a side note, Taisha, where I work, they had a history of wanting American ALTs, and I think I was the first guy ALT in like 8 years, but everybody before me was an American, except I think we had one Canadian. Anyway, be yourself is what I'm trying to say. Look, just for wearing this shirt today to school, not many Japanese teachers would wear a shirt that's this bright. Maybe it doesn't look that bright. They tend to wear muted colors. But this is me, I don't think I look bad. And I shave, and, I'm professional. So I think, a big part of JET, Japan, exchange, and teaching. The E in JET is internationalization. It's exchange. It's learning about different people from different places who aren't Japanese. So, that was a weird little rant. Sorry that it ended up being 9 minutes anyway. But thank you for all the good comments, and I welcome the diverse and varied and even negative comments. Okay? Thanks as much as always for watching, and more soon. Okay, bye.